down, isn't it? Cold. I burnt my legs Saturday at the baseball game, and I was frostbit yesterday. Jay, did you get them working? Oh, $1.50. $1.55, 55, there, 55, there, 55 here, 55, 55, 55, 35, and 35, 37, going to be 40, 2.5, 45, 47, 50, $1.50 there, going to be 102.5, and 52.5, 5, and 55, there, 55, there, 55, 55, 7.5, 57, 57, going to be 60, $1.60 pound here, going to be 60, there, going to be 160 here, so 157.5, Cavernous Bull. Whose? Oh, the Horn Bull. Get him, Wade. Get him out of here and tell the Cowboys out back to watch him. $1. 105 and 105 here, going to be 105, going to be 110, going to be 110 and 15, 15, 20 and 20, 25 here, 125 and 30, going to get 30, 35 here, going to be 30, 40 and 140, 40, 45 and 45, 45, 45, you get 5 here, 45, 5, you get 5, you get 5, you get 5, 45 here, 45 here, S, 140 on 9. $35, 35, 35, 35, 37, going to be 40, going to get 2.5, and 47, going to be 15, and 2.5, 5, and 55, 57, 60, 102, going to be 2.5, going to get 5, and 65, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, going to be 67.5, and 67.5 here, and 67.5 here, Calf 70, and how 70 here, going to be 70, going to get 70, going to get 70, going to get 70 here, D, 167.5, boo. What about 80? 82.5, 82.5, 82.5, good 82.5, good 82.5, good 2.5, good 82.5, 82.5, 85, 87.5, 87.5, good 87.5, good 87.5, good 87.5 here, 90, and 190 bit down here, good 90 bit down here, 8, 9, 85 here, good 85, good 85, 88, 85 here, good 9, good 9, good 9, good 9, good 9 here, Cabinets 188 bull. 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 57, 57, 55, 57, 55, 57, 50, 50, 57, going to be 60, going to get 2.5, 5, and 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 7, going to be 67.5, going to be 67.5, 70, and 2.5, going to get 2.5, 72, 50, and 72.5, 2.5, 2.5, here, tie your house, 72, 50, and 2.5, going to get 2.5, going to be 2.5, here, so 170, Gibbon Boo. $50, 55, 55, 55 here, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55 here, 55, 75, 57, going to be 60, now 2.5, going to get 2.5, going to be 2.5, found 61, and 1, 2, going to be 2, now 2, 3, going to get 3, and 2, going to get 3, going to be 2, going to get 3, 62, now 3, and 2, 3, going to get 3, Chris, 162, 9. $50, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55 here, 55, 55, 60, pound 60, now 60, and 57 and a half here, 57, 7 and a half, 57 and a half, 57 and a half, 57 and a half, 57 and a half here, same way, 155. Yellow. $105 and 105 here. Good to be 105. Good to be 10 and 15, 20 and 20 by 20 and 5 and 30. We get 30 and 5 here. 35 and 40 and 40, 45. You get 45, 45 here. 45 and 2.5, 5 and 45, 47 and 47 and 47 and 45, 47 and 50 and now 50 here. Good to be 150. We get 52 and a half. We get 2 and a half. Mid one and 50, 51 here. Now 1 here. So 150 S6. Can you guys online? Are you guys? Can you hear me? Somebody, Bryce or Paul, one of you guys. Yep, there you go. I can see it flashing now. Here's some old wore out cows. 50, 55, 55, 55, 55, 60, 55, 70, 75, 80, 85, good to be 90, 90, good to be 90, 90, 85, 90 there, good to be 85, 90 there, good to be 85, good to be 95, 95 here, 95, 95, 95, 95, 95, 95, 95, 95 here, 90, and 5 here. Christopher, 90 cents a pound. 13X, Chris, 13X. They don't see any weights online. No data showing up. Okay, we'll try to fix it, guys, on the online. Who fixes that? Mariah. $120 and 20, we get 2 and a half, going to be 22 and a half, going to be 20 and 2 and a half, going to be 25 and 25, 27 and a half, 30, we get 32 and a half, going to be 2 and a half, 5 and 35, 35, 35, 37 and 37 and going to be 40, we get 40 and 40 and 750, 43, going to be 140, we get 40, we get 40, we get 40, we get 48 and 9 and 38 and 9 and 143, going to be 140, we get 40, we get 40, we get 40, we get 40 here. Chris, 139, 13. We're online, guys. We're working on it. Mariah's working on it. Not we're. She is. 35, 35, 35, 35, 35, half, and 37, 35, 37, 40, we get 40, now 40, 40, 40, now 1, and 41, 2, 41, 2, now 3, 43, 44, 45, 45, 46, 45, 607, and 47, 48, 49, we get 9, and 50, and 150, 150, and 49, 50, we get 50, we get 50, we get 50, we get 50 here. So 149, Chris, 3X. Yep, work it out. Good. 125, 25, 27, and a half, 30, 30, now 30 here, going to be 30, 30, going to be 30, 30, 130, and 30, 32 and a half, 1, and 30 here, 31, 31, 31, 31, 31, 31, now 32, and 31, 2, 32, now 3, and 33, 34, there, going to be 33, now 5 here, 35, 35, 5, and 35, 6 here, 35, going to be 6, 35, going to be 6 here, 37, and 37, 38, 39, and a 40, 40, and 40, and 40, 40, 40, 40, 39, and 40, there, going to be 40, 40, 40 here, book 139. Booker. 131, and 31, 30, 31, 31, 31, 31, 32, and 32, 31, 32, 31, and 2, going to be 2, 3, going to get 33, going to get 34, and 5, going to be 35, 6 here, and 37, going to get 37, 8, 30, 8, 9, going to get 39, going to be 40, 40, 40, 40, you get 41, and 40, 41, 2, 41, 2, 41, 2, 41, 2, 42, 3, and 43, 44, 30, 40, 45 here, 45, 45, 6, 45, going to be 6, 7, and 46, 7 now, 8, 48, 48, 48 high, and 48, 47, 48, 9, going to get 9, going to be 49, 50, $1.50, 50, 50, 150, and 50, 50, 50, 50, now 50 here, Chris, 149, 3X. 25, 27 and a half here, 27, 50 and a half, going to be 27 and a half, and 25, 27 and a half, 30, 30 here, going to be 30, 30 there, going to be 30, 30 there, now 30, and 30, 30, and half, 30, 30, 30, going to be 30, 30, 30, going to be 30, 32 and a half, going to be 2 and 5, and 35, 37 and a half, 37 and a half, going to be 40, 40, and 42 and a half, going to get 2 and a half, 42 and a half, going to be 2 and a half, 42 and a half, going to get 2 and a half, what about 1, 41, and 40, 41, 41, 41, 2, 41, 2, 41, now 2, and 41, now 2, now 2, now 2, going to be 2, going to be 2, going to be 2, going to be 2, Chris, 141, 13. Young cows. 6 and 8. 35, 35, 35, 35, 37, 35, 37, 37, 37, and a half, going to be 37 to 40, and 40, 40, 40, we get 40, we get 42 and a half, going to be 2 and a half, 1, and 40, 45, we get 45, we get 45, we get 45, we get 42, 42, 3, and 44, going to be 44, you get 4, 44, 5, and 45, 45, 45, and half, 45, and 5, and 5, we get 5, we get 5, we get 5 here, Cabinets, 144, 3. Jim Munchin. 3 and 4-year-olds. They open? All checked open, guys. $1.50. 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55 here, 55, now 5, and 55 here, 50, now 5, now 50, has 7, 60, 102 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 62, 55, and zig 3, 5, and zig 3, we get 5, now 3, we get 5, now 3, 5, 7, and 67 here, 5, going to be 67, now 9, and down high, going to be $9, going to be 7, down high, going to be 7, we get $9, going to be 7 here, going to be $9 here, gray, 167, 9. Threes and fours, $1.50. 52 and a half. You 2 and a half here. 2 and a half. You get 2 and a half. You get 2 and a half. You get 2 and a half. Going to be 2 and a half. You get 2 and a half. Going to be 52, 50. And 2 and a half here. 2 and a half. And 2, 5. And 55, 57, 57. Going to be 60, 162 and a half. 5. And 5, 7 and a half. 67 and a half. 67 and a half. And 5, going to be 6. And 5, going to be 66 out of here. S, 165, 21. Yeah. Arkansas bound. I'd rather go to Arkansas. Well, young guys are 5-year-olds. 35, 35, 35, 35, 37, 37, 40, 42 and a half, 42 and a half, 45, 47, 47, 50, 50, now 2 and a half, 51, 50, 51, 51, 2, 51, 2, 51, 2, 51, 2, 51, 2, 52, going to be 2, 3, 53, 53, 53, going to be 53, 53, 52, going to be 53, 54, and 55, 55, 6, 55, going to be 6, 7, 57, and 56, 7, 7 here, 56, 7 here, going to be 7 here, going to be 7 years old, 156, S, 21. fourth. 125, E25, 25, 27 and a half, 7 and a half, 30, 32 and a half, 35, 37 and a half, 42 and a half, 45, 45, 45, jiggy 45, 45, tie 45, tie your hat 45, and 5, 45, and 45, 45, 45, 46 here, 45, going to be 645, going to be 645, 6, and 46, and 45, going to be 600, going to be 45, going to be 6 here, going to be 45, 6, 7, 47, 6, 7, and 40 and a half, 7 here, going to be 7 and 7 here, going to be 7 here, Chris, 146, 13. 35, yeah, 35, 35, 37, 37, 37, 37, 37, 37, going to be 37 and a half here, but about here, going to be 37 and a half here, going to be half here, 37 and a half here, now 40, now 40, now 1, 42, 43, and 43, we get 3, 43, we get 3, cabinets, 142, 3. It's damn cold. Six-year-old cows here, 25. 25, 25, 750, and 20, 7, going to be 20, 7, 30, 32 and a half, 32 and a half, 35, 35, 37, 37, going to be 40, 40, 40, 40, both out, 42 and a half, and 42, 50, and 42 and a half here, half and a half, going to be 40, 2 and a half, going to be 40, 2 and a half here, Chris, 140, 3X. You leaving already? You girls on spring break? $25, yeah, 25, and 25, 27, and 27, and 27, going to be 32 and a half, 32 and a half, 35, 37, and 37, going to be 42 and a half, 42, 55, and 47 and a half, 47 and a half, 47 and 47, 50, and 47 and a half, 47 and a half here, Cavis, 145X. 35, 35, 35, 35, 35, 30, 37, 37, 37, 37, and a half, 37, 50, and 37 and a half, 40, 42 and a half, 42 and a 5, and 45, 45, 45, 45, 45, 45, 45, 45, 45, 45 here, Chris, 42, 50, 3X. You guys are wanting these cows. Two-year-old, she's 7 months bred. Oh, man, allergies are killing me. 2 by 7, 1,500. 15, 16, and 15, 16 and a half, and 16 and a half here, half and a half here, going to be 16 and a half here, 17, half, 18, half, 19, half, 2, 50, 1, and 21, 21 half, and 21 and a half, going to be 2, going to be 50, and 2 and a half, 3, and 23, 23 and a half, 24, 24, 24 and a half, 4 and a half, 5, and 25, 50, and 25 and a half, going to be 600, and 2600 here, 5 and a half, going to be 6 and a half, and 2650, and now 7, and 2700, now 7, and 7, and 7, and 7, pour you out, 2700, and 20, 700, going to be 2700, pour you out, going to be 2700, and 20, now 700, going to be 2700, going to be 2700, S, 26 and a half, 7. Here's a cow that she's 7 years. She's 5 months bred, guys. 1,500, 15, 16, 17, and 17, 18, 19, 2. Now 2,000, and 2,000 going to be 21. In 20, and 21, 21, 21, 21, 2100, going to be 2100, going to be 2100, going to be 21, 2, and down 2, 3, and 23, going to be 23, going to be 23, going to be 3, 4, and 24, 24, 23 and a 4, and 20, what about a half? 2350, and 20, 3 and a half, going to be 23 and a half here, 3 and a half, 3 and a half, 3 and a half here. Solder, 2300 Mosley. 35, yeah, 35, 35, 37, about 37, about 37, about 37, about 40, 42 and a half, 45, 45, 47, about 50, 50, 50, and 50, 50, 52 and a half, 2 and a half, 52, 50, and 50, 1, and 50, 51, 51, 51, 51, 51, 51, another one, here, gray, 150, 10. She sure might be. 4 years and 2 months. 2,000. 2,100. Yeah, 2,100. 21, 21, 21, 21, 2,100. Going to be 2,100. Going to be 2,100. Here, 21. And 2,100. Going to be 2,100. And 2,100. Going to be 2,100. Going to be 2,100. Going to be 2,100. Chris, 2,003. $0.50 a pound. 55, 55, 55, 60, 55, 70, 55, 75, 85, 85, and 100, 95, 95, 95, 95, 95, 95, 95, 95, $95, 95, 95, 95, 95, 95, Ricardo, 90. Two years and she's empty inside. $1.50. 55, 55, 55, 55, 60, 55, 70, 55, go to be 80, now 5, go to be 90, 55, go to be 2, now 5, go to be 205, you're out of here, 205, and 2, now 5, 55, 55, 55, now 5, 10, 210, 210, Bryce, and 210, go to be 10, go to be 10, go to be 10, 210, and down 10, 15, and 250, 50, 50, 210, and 15, go to be 10, and 15, go to be 10, and 15, here, Bryce, 210, 9. Here's another one. Go again. $2. 25 and 205, 5, 205 and 205 and 205, 5, Lydia, right there, you're going to be 205 and 205 here, 5. She weighs what? 1205. There it is. $1.50. 55, 65, 75, 85, 90, 190, 85, 190, 95, 195, 195. Chris, 190, 7X. Break her. Weigh her. 135. 135, 35, 35, 35, 40, and 35, 40, 40, 40, 40, 40, 35, 40, 35, 40, and 35, 40, 40, 40, 40, 40, 40, 40, 40, 40, 40, there you're going to be 40 here, sold. 135, Chris, 3X. Nice little cow bag. Nice cow. $55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 57, 55, 57, 55, 57, 57, 57, 55, 57, 57, 50, 60, and down 2.5, and down 2.5, and 2.5, 2.5, 61, and to get 1, has to get 1, to get 1, 2, good to 2, 2, 2, 3, get 3, and 2, get 3, and 2, get 3, 62, now 3, and 2, 3, get 3, good to 3, sold, 162, given bull. Yeah. Yeah. 55, yeah, 55, 57 and a half, 57 and a half here, 60, and 2 and a half, we get 2 and a half, and a pine, is it get about 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 6, 7, and 6, 7, and 7, and 7, 8, $1, and now 8, 9, good to be 9, we get 9, good to be 70, we get 71, 71, 71, 71, and 70, 71, 71, 71, 71, 71, here, $71, 1 here, same way, 170. Yeah, 35, 35, 37, about 37, about 37, about 40, and 40, and 2 and a half, 42 and a half, 42 and a half, 5, and 45, 47, about 47 and a half, 47, 50, and 47 and a half here, going to 47 and a half, going to be 47 and a half here, Canvas, 145, 3. $45. Oh, I slept too long. 5, 6, and 7-year-old, 35, yeah, 35, and 37, and 40, and 40, 40, 40, we get 2 and a half, 45, 47 and a half, 47 and a half, 45, 7, and 45, going to be 7, 45, 7, 9, we get 9, 47, going to be $9, 47, going to be $9, going to be 9, we get 9, 47, and 9, and now 9, tie your out, 49, and 47, going to be $9, going to be 9, 8, 9, 40, now 9, and 40, $9, going to be 9, we get 9, going to be 9, we get 9, going to be 9, Cabinet, 148. Two and 3-year-olds, $1.50. 55, yeah, 55, 55, 55, a little wheat project, 155, and 55, 55, 55, 60, 55, 70, 55, 80, 55, 85, 90, and 195, 95, 95, and 2, 2, 95, 205, and 205, 85, brush out, 25, and 210, 210, and 15, and 215, yet again, 215, and 215, 15, 15, 210, and 15, 10, and 15, 210, and 15, here, Chris, 210, 3X. All 4-year-olds. 35, yeah, 35, 35, 35, half, and 37, going to be 40, and 2 and a half, 45, 47, and 50, 50, 47, going to be 150, and 50, 52 and a half, 52 and a half, what about 1, 53, and 53, 55, 55, 7, 57, 59, going to be 61, 63, 61, 3, as it get 1, 3, 3, now 1, 3, 3, 1, 3, 3, here, S, 161, 21. All 5s. 35, yeah, 37, 50, and 30, 57 and a half here, 37 and a half, 37 and a half, 40, and 2 and a half, 45, 47 and a half, 47 and a half, 47, 50, and 47 and a half, 50, $1.50, 2 and a half, and 52 and a half, what about 1, 3, 50 and a half, 3, 51, 3, 5, and 55, 55, 55, 55, 7, and 55, going to be 7, and 9, and now 57, going to be $9.57, now 9, 60, $1.50, going to be 60, 59, going to be 60, here, 9, going to be 60, here, S, 159, 21. Three, 4, and 5s. 125. 125, 30, and 25, going to be 35, yeah, 35, 35, 35, 35, 35, we get 35, we get 35, 32 and a half, 32 and a half, 32 and a half, 32, 50, and 30, we get 2 and a half, 25, and 35, 35, 35, 35, 37 and a half, 37 and a half, 37, 50, and 30, we get 7 and a half, going to be 30, we get 7 and a half, going to be 37 and a half, going to be 37 and a half here now, half here, S, 135, 21, X. We just not starting on Chris's, or we've been on 3-year-olds. All 3-year-olds here, guys. $1. 105 and 105 here. Good to be 105. Good to get 5. Good to get 5 and 10. Good to be 110 and 15, 20 and 5, 30, 10, 30, 135 and 35, 35, 35. Now 5 here. 35. $1.35, 40, 140, 140, 145, 50. $1.55 and 55, 60. $1.65 and to get 5 and has to get 5. Good to get 5 here. Good to be 165. Sell the cattle. 160. Remind me your name, sir. Frank Smith. Thank you, fellas. Sounds like a politician name. Maybe it is. Nope, wrong bull. $2. 205 and 25, to get 5, to get 5, to get 5, 205 and 205 and 10, good to be 210, good to be 210, good to be 210, 210, Antonio out. 210, 15, 220, 225, now 30, 35, 235, 35 and 35, to get 35, to get 35, to get 35, Antone, 230. Wednesday, he'd been banded. He's $3. Here's some bread heifers. Who we got, Mantone? 5 to 7 months, guys. Here's a pretty nice set of Angus bread heifers, guys. Hold your gate. They're 5 to 7 months bred. 1,500. 15 and a half, and 15 and a half here, 16, 16 and a half here, 17, 18, 19, 2, 1, and 21, 21, 21, out of here, 2100, and 21, 2, now 3, and 23, to get 3, going to be 23, to get 3, going to be 23, to get 3, going to be 23, to get 3, 23, now 4, and 2400, and 23, 400, 23, to get 4, going to be 24, 5, and 25, 25, 25, 25, 25, 24, 5, 24, 5 here, sold them 2400, that'll be McGee. Dos más vacas. Hey. They're about to domino. And one's going to have one 6, 7 months, 8 months, 6 and 8 months bred. 2,000. 2,100. Yeah, 2,100. Here, to get 2, to get 3, and 23, 24, 25, 25, 6 here, 25, going to be 625, 50, and 25 of the van, going to be 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 25 of the van, now 6, and 2,600, and 25 of the van, going to be 2,600 here, 25 of the van, going to be 2,600, and 2,600 here, 5 of the van, going to be 26. Sold them 25, 50 McGee. Bread cows coming in. 8 to 10 years old. They're 5 and they're 7 months. 5 and 7 months bred. 1,500. 15 and a half. 15 and a half here. Half and a half here. Half and a half here. Now 16. 17. 18. 18. 1800 here. 18 and a half here. 18. 19. And 19. 19 and a half here. 19 and a half and 2. And 2,000 here. 2,000. 2. 2,000. Going to be 2050. 20 and a half here. 1. And 2,100 here. Half. And 20 and a half here, 1 and a half here, going to be 2150, and 21 and a half here, 1 and a half here, going to be 21 and a half here, and a half here, so about 2,100. Chris, 16. Five and 6 years old. 5 to 6 months, guys. Here's a nice set of cows. Who are you working on, Lib? Daryl White's good cows, guys. They're right there in the prime time of their life, right there in their second Coming up third trimesters, 2,000, 2,100, 2,100, 21, 2, and 22, 2,200, 22, 3, and 23, and half 4, and half 5, and 25 here, 25, 4 and a half, 4 and a half, 5, and 2,500, 25 here, 25, 25, 25, trade you're at 2,500, and 2,500, 2,500, and 2,500, trade you're at 2,500, 2,500, Chris, 24 and a half, 3.
By 3 and a 5 by 3.
5 and 6 years old. They're both 3 months bred. Take 1,800. 18 and a half. 18 and a half here. 19. And 19. Bit of 19. Bit of 19. Bit of 19. Bit of 19. Good of 19. Good of 1,900. And 19 and a half. And 19 and a half. Good of 2,000. 21, 21, 21, 21, 21, 21, 2. And 2, 3. And 23, 23, 22 and a half, 3. And 23, bit of 3. And 2,300. And 2,300 yet on line. 2,300. And 23 and a half. 23 and a half. 24, 24 and a half. 24 and a half. 24 and a half, 5. And 2,500. And 20, bit of 500. 5. 25 low. You're at 2,500 and a half, 2,550, now 6, 2,600, 25 and a half, going to be 6 and a half, 26 and a half, and 26 and a half, yes, 6 and a half here, half here and a half here, half here, whole, 2,600 on 2. Nitzels? Is that Greg? Huh? Okay.
She's been sucking all weekend. Been back there in the back and sucking all weekend.
What do you want to do? We'll just sell a cow. She's 2-year-old, guys. $2. 205, 85, 85, 85, 85, 85, 85, 85, 85, 5 here, 5 here, $1.50, $1.55, 55, 60, 5, 70, 5, 80, 5, 90, 95, and 95, 95 here, 195, and 95 here, 195, 5 here, 195, 95 here, S, 190, 11X. Bring me the calf right now. Bring the calf back. What'd she bring for the pair?
I need 900.
Oh, we'll get that.
I need $950 back.
500. 550 and 5 and a half, going to be 6 and a half, going to be 7 and a half, going to be 8 and a half, going to get 950, 9 and a half, 10, 1,000, going to get 1,000, going to get 1,000. What about 975? Will that help? 975. Yeah, 75 here, 75, 75, 75, 75, 75, going to be 975, going to get 975, 975 here, going to be $1,000. Now a quarter. 10 and a quarter, and 10 and a quarter, and 10, 25 here, go to 10, 25 and 5 here, 10 and a quarter, going to be 10 and a quarter, and 1,025 here, and die. Sold a calf, 1,000, Ricardo. Straight. Hang on, guys. Hello. $51.03. $51.03. Write this down, Lid. $51.03. I can't pronounce all that stuff. I'll just say she's messed up. How about that? But she is bred. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Yeah. 2,000, 2,100. Sorry, guys, 2,100 and 21 and 21 and 21, 21, 2, we get 3, 24, 25, 600, now 7 and 27, 27, and 7 and 27 of 8, 28, 2,800 and 28 and 27 and 28, 9, 29 and 3 and 3,000. Going to be 3,500. Going to be 3, we get 3,000. We get 3,000. Going to 25, we get 3, 25, we get 3 and 1. Now 2 and 32 and 3,200. Then you're out. 3,200, 31, 2, 31. Going to be 200, 31. Going to be 2, 31. Going to be 2. Koi, 3,100, 100. Wheaties. Wheat balls right there, 35, 35, 35, 35, 37, 35, 37, 37, 37, 35, half, 40, and 40, 40, 40, we get 40, going to be 40, and 40, 40, 40, we get 40, you get 40, 2.5, and 42 and a half, 41, 43, 41, 43, 45 here, 45, 45, 7, and 45, 7, 9, and now 9, 47, 9, and 47, going to be 9, 47, going to be 9, daughter, going to be 47 here, going to be 9, daughter, going to be 9, 9, 47, going to be 9 here, cabinets, 147, 3. Look at the big coupons at their side, gentlemen. 5 and 6 years old here, 2,500, 25, 25.50, and 25 and 600. Even get 7, good to be 9, good to be 3, 1, and 32, 32, 31, 2, 31, 2, 32, 32, 31, 2, and 31, 2, and 31, 2, 32, now 31, 2, 3, and 33, we get 33, we get 32, 3, and 33, 33, 33, Tad's out, 33, and 33, we get 3, 33, we get 3, Tad, you're out, 33, 4, and 34, you get 4, and 33, what about half, 30, 4, and 34, there, we get 34, we get 34, going to be 3,400, and 34 and 4, here, we get 34 and a half, 34 and a half, 34 and a half, and 34 and a half here, half and a half here, going to be 34 and a half here, half here, going to be half. Mosley, 3,400. Hey, go back. What was that tag number that Corey bought? Angela Melvin.
That's the one your dad called me last night about.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Hey, David. I'm very good. I'm selling cows. What can you make it real snappy? Okay. Today or tomorrow. Yes, sir. Really don't make a whole lot of difference. How many got coming? Okay, well, I'll put you down for 100 head, and I'll just put them down for the day, just in case you decide to bring them. Okay, thanks, David. You betcha. Bye. 3 years old, 125, 25, 30, and 45, to get 30, and 25, to get 30, 45, to get 30, 30, 30, not 5, and 35, 40, 40, 45, you get 45, 45, 50, to get 50, 50, and 45, 53, to get 50, to get 50, to get 50, and you get 55, and 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, cabinets, 150 on 3, straight. You're taking the rest of these phone calls. High stepper, dollar. 105 and 105, to get 5, to get 5, 5 here, good to be 105, to get 5, to get 5, to get 5, to get 5, 5 here, 110 and 110, 10 and 15, bit about 10 and 15, 20 and 21, 21, 25 and 25 and 30, to get 30, 30, 30, to get 30, 25, 35 and 35, 40 and 40, 40, 40, to get 40, going to be 47 and a half, 37 and a half, 40, 2 and a half and 42 and a half here, half and a half, going to be 40, to get 2 and a half, going to be 42 and a half here, Booker, 140 on 3. I got a gig for you next 2 weeks if you want to drive a limousine. CCR concert. 10 and open. Dollar. 105 and 105, 105, to get 5, 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 10, good to be 110, but 10, good to be 10 and 15, and 20, 15, and 10 and 15, 110 and 15, good to be 110, 15, good to be 110, 15, 20. Cabinets, 115, X. 5-year-old daughter. 105 and 105 here. Good 105 and 10. Good 10 and 15 and 21, 25 here. 25 and 30, 30, you get 30 and 30, 30, good 25, good 30, 25, good 30 and 32 and a half and 32 and a half, 35 and 35, 37 and 37 and 37, 40 and 40, 40, 42 and a half. Get 2 and a half. Get 2 and a half. Get 2 and a half. Good 40. Get 2 and a half. S 140. 21. It's like, what do you say you get paid at? 25 an hour for
Really? You gotta have a license? Like
Well, I would-
No, the driver limited, you gotta have a commercial driver's license.
you do?
I'm pretty sure.
I don't know. I told him I'd love to do it, but I can't. Year to $1.50. 55, yeah, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55 here, 55, 55, 55, 60, 5, as you get about 70, you get 75, and 75, 80, and 185, 85, 85, 85, 85, 85, 85, you get 85, good to be 85, 85, 90, and 90 here, 190, take him right ahead of you, Terry, 190, 190, 85, and 100 here, 85, you get 90, 85, you get 90, Ricardo, 185 on 2. Four-year-old daughter. 105 and 105 here, 105 and 10, good to be 110 and 15, 20 and 25, 25, 25 and 30, 32 and a half, 35, 35, 37 and 37 and good to be 40, 140 and 2 and a half, get 2 and a half, 5 and 45, 47 and 47 and 50, get 52 and a half, 52 and a half, 5 and 55, 57 and 57 and 60 and now 60 there, 160, 160 here, sold 57 and a half, Chris 3X.
I think they're gonna raffle my kids off bull riding this weekend.
Are they?
It's rain, oh.
Well, it's not this weekend, it's next weekend.
I know, it's gonna rain.
She's got a enlarged brisket. Daughter. Daughter 5 and 105 here. Good to 105. Get 5. Get 5. Get 5. Get 5. Get 5. Get 5. Get 5 here. 50 cents a pound. 60 cents a pound. 70 cents a pound. 80. 90. 90. Dollar. 5. 10. 15. 115. Chris, you're out. 20. 5. 125. Sold 120. S 4. It's Bromazine. 75. 75, 80. Yeah, 75, 75, 75, 75, 75, 75, good to be 85, 85, 95, 95, $5, good to be 110, good to be 110, and 15, 20, and 25, 25, 30, to get 32 and a half, 32 and a half, 5, and 35, 35, 35, 35, 35, to get 35, to get 35, to get 35 and a half, 5, and 35, 35 here, 35, 35, 35, to get 35 here, S, 130, 2 and a half, 4. But it's not this weekend, it's next week. 35, 37, 40, and 42 and a half, 45, 45, 47, 47, 47, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, going to be 50, and 47, going to be 50, and 2 and a half, 51, 3, 53, 55, 55, 57, 59, going to be 61, and 59, 60, and 9, 60, there, 9, going to be 60, here, gray, 159, 10.
I'm happy alone. I can do what I want, drink what I want.
Might join you one of these days. 125, 125, and 25, 27, and 27, and 27, and 27, and 27, and a half here now, 27, 50, and 27, and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and 30, to get 30, going to be 32 and a half, 35 here, 35, 35, 35, you get 5, and 35, 5 here, half, 5 here, now 5, to get 5, to get 5, to get 5, now 5 here, S, 132 and a half, Booker.
It's her birthday today.
Who's? Mariah's?
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Mariah. What are you, 17? Looks like she's about 15. 35, 35, 35, 35, 35, 37, 35, 37, 35, 37, dollar bound, 145, 55, 50 cents a pound, 30 cents a pound, 40, 50, 60, 70, good to be 80, 90, and 95, and $95, a dollar be 105, 10, good to be 110, 15, 115, 20, and 20 by 25 here, 25, 25, 25, 30, and 30, 30, 25, 30, 25, 30, 25, good to be 30, good to be 30, good to be 30, good to be 30 here, Cavis, 125, 10. Who? 1 by 5. Who give $1,000? 1,000, 1,100, 10, 11, 11, 10, 11, 11, 11, 10, 11, 11, 10, 1,100, and 10, 11, 10, 11, 11, 11, 1100, 1100, 10, 11, 10, 11, 10, 11, 10, 11, not 12, 11, 12, 13, 13, 14, 14, 1,500, and 14 and a half, and 14 and a half here, half here, half and a half here, going to be 14 and a half here, half here, so 1,400, Ricardo 2. You know, send her to the chute, give her a shot. No. 5 years and 6 months, guys. 1,500 and 15 and a half, and 15 and a half here, 16, 17, 18, 19, 18, 19, and 1,900, and 19, 19, 19, 2, 1, and 22, 22, 2,200, and 22, 23, going to be 22, 23, going to be 22, 23, 4, and 2,400, and 23, what about half? 23, 50, you 23 and a half here, half here, going to be 23 and a half here, half here, so 2,300. Gardner 11. Gardner 11. Gardner.
Yeah. I thought he said Garner too.
Gardner. Daughter 105 and 105 here. Good 105 and 10, 15, 20, 5, 30, 32 and a half, 32 and a half, 32, 50, and 5, 35, 35, 35, 37, 37, 37, 37, 37, tire out, 37, 67, and 37, 8, 37, 8, 9, 40, 40, 30, then 41, and 42, and 41, 2, 41, 2, 41, 2, 41, 2. He's getting serious. 41, 2, good to be 2, good to be 2, good to be 3. Now 3. Chris, 143, 13. You girls leaving? Y'all come back to see us, okay? Next spring break. Supposed to be 2. Ricardo. Dollar 10, 110, 15, and 10 and 15, going to be 110 and 50, 21, 21, 22 and a half, 25, and 25, 27, 27, 27, 27, 30, 30, 32 and a half, 35, and 35, 37, 37, going to be 40, 40, 40, 40, 40, and 7 and a half, 40, 40, 40, 40, 40, 40, going to be 40 here. Chris, 137 and a half, 13. 125, 27 and a half here, 27 and a half here, 30, 32 and a half, 32 and a half, 35, 35, 37, 37, 35, 3600, and 35, 67, and 37, 7, 7, 7, 9, 39, 40, 40, 40, 40, 40, and 39, 40, 40, 40, 40 here, Cavness, 139, nothing. You know what day it is, Edward? I didn't think so. You lost? Yeah. Crippled cow, 25, 25, 25, 27, 27, 27, 30, 32 and a half, 5, and 35, 37, 40, and 40, 41, 41, 41, 2, and 43, and 43, 43, 42, now 3, 43, 43, 43, 43, 3, 4, and 44, 5, and 45, 6 here, 45, 600, and 45, 6 here, 7, and 49, 7, 7, 7, 7 here, 46, 7, 7, 7 here, 7 here, so 146, Gibbon, X. 110, you 10, 15, and 10 and 15, here 20, 5, now 30, 32 and a half, 32 and a half, 35, 35, 35, 35, 35, now 5, and 35, 35, 35, 35, 35, 35 here, 35 here, 35, 35, 35, 35 here, Gibbon, 130, 2.5 X. $35, and 35, 35, 35, 37, 35, 37, 35, 37, 37, 37, going to be 37, 15, and 40, and 40, 40, 41, here, 41, here, 41, and down to 43, 43, and 43, 43, canvas, 142.10. $25, 27 and a half here, 27 and a half here, 30, we get 32 and a half, 32 and a half, 35, and 35, 35, 35, 35, 35, you give out here, 35, 35, 35, 35, now 5 here, 35, Gibbon, 130, 2.5 X, straight. You leaving? See you tomorrow, maybe, or Wednesday. $2, 25, 205, and 205 here, 5, 205, and 205 here, 5, and 10, going to be 15, and 20, 225, and 225 here, 5 here, brush out, 225, and 225 here, 5, 225, 225, you bid 5 up here, 225, 35, 235, 235, Ricardo, 230. 125, 27 and a half, 32 and a half, 32 and a half, 32 and a half, half and a half, Robbie out, 32 half, and 32 and a half, 5, and 35, 35, 35, 35, 33, 35, 33, now 5, and 33, we give out, 33, we give out, 33, we give out, 33, we give out, you give 5, Thor, and 35, 30 sold, 133, cabinets, nothing. Nine years and she's 5 months. She's got a hip down maybe, or just a little bit. $1. Let's wear $1.05. 105 and 105 here. Good to be 105. Good to get 5. Good to get 5. Good to get 5. Good to get 5. Good to get 5 and 10. Good to be 110 and 15, 20 and 25, 25, 25, 25, 25, 5 here. Good to be 5 here. Good to be 125 and 25 and 30. Good to get 30 and 30 here. Good to be 30. Good to 30 and 25, 30, 30 there. Good to be 30. Good to get 30. Good to be 30. Good to get 30. Good to be 30. Good to get 30 here. Good to be MW 125. 30 cents a pound. 35 and 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, going to be 60, 55, going to be 70, 55, going to be 85, going to be 90, 95, and 95 here, 95, 95, 95, 95, 95, 95, 95, 95, 95, 95, right up here, 95. All the majors are out. 95. Manny, 90 cents a pound. I don't know. The Mexican cartel's getting larger. We're getting out of here. I'm moving to Mexico. Yeah. $1.50. 2-year-old. 55. Yeah, 55. 55. 55. 55. 55. 55. 55 on her. 55. 55. 55. 55. You give out 60 and 60. 5 and now 70. 5 and 70. 80. You give 80. 75. 80 here. 75. 80. 75. 80 there. 80. Go to 80 here. S. 175. 21. Nope. 11X. Florida. No working no more. No working. How old, Ricardo? She's old cow. Daughter. 105 and 105 here. Good to be 105. Good to get 5. 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 Now 5, 10. Good to be 110. 15 and 15. 21. 21. 25 and 25 here. 30. Good to get 30. 30. 25. 30. 30. 5. Good to get 30. 5. Good to get 30 here. That's 125. 4. Put him to work. Yeah. 5 and open. 25. 27 and a half here. Hands, hand. 27 and good to be 30. Good to get 30. 30. 32 and a half. Good to get 2 and a half. 5 and 35. 37 and a half. 37 and a half. 40. 40. 40. Good to get 2 and a half. 42 and a half. And 42 and a half here. 40 and 2 and a half here. Gibbon. 140. Yes. Yeah. Now you got me thinking. Yeah, Gibbon. Seven years. 110. 10 and 15, and 10 and 15, here, 110 and 15, here, 110 and 15, 20, and 22 and a half, 5, and 25, 25, 25, 25, here, 25, 25, 27, 27, going to be 30, going to get 30, going to be 30, now 30, and 30, 30, 30, going to get 30, going to be 2 and a half, going to be 32, 50, and 32 and a half, here, half, here, Booker, 130, 11. Here comes a Brad cow. 6 years old. She's 2 months. Make sure you like her bag, gentlemen. Don't know if I do too well. $1. 105, going to be 10, 15, 20, 125, going to get 35, and 35, 40, 40, 45, 45, there, 45, and 45, 50, $1.50, going to get 50, 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 here, Booker, 145, 11. Four years, 7 months, 2,000. 2,100, yeah, 2,100, 21, 21, 21, 22, 2, now 3, 23, 24, 24, 25, here, 25, 25, now 5, up here, 24, 5, 6, and 25, 600, and 26, 7, and 7, 7, 7, 6, 7, and 6, 7, and 7, 7, 600, now 7, and 2,700, going to be 26, 7, and 7, 7, 600, now 7, and 2,700, going to be 2,700, here, the best, 2,600 on 7. 9 years and 4 months. $10. 110, 15, and 10 and 15, here, 10, 20, 5, and 30, we get 35, 35, 40, we get 40, and 35, 40, 40, 40, we get 45, 45, 30, 50, $1.50, we get 50, 10, 50, 10, 50, and 45, 53, we get 50, we get 50, we get 50, sold. 145, Chris, 55. $5 years and 3 months. 2,000. 2100, yeah, 2100, 21, 21, 21, 21, 22, and 2, and 3, 22, and 3, 4, and 2400, out of here, 23, 4, and 23 and a half here, 4, and 24, 50, and 24 and a half here, William, gonna be 24 and a half, and 24 and a half here, and a half here, 24 and a half here, half here, gonna be half, now 5, 2500, now half, whole, 2500, 2.
Wake up.
35, 35, 37, 37, 40, and 40, 40, 42 and a half, 42 and a half, 41, 41, 3, 43, 41, 3, and 41, 3, 41, 43, 5, and 45, 45, 45, 43, 5, and 43, 5, 43, 5, 43, 5, 43, 5, here, Chris, 143, 9X, 10. You got any bundles today, Bob, or all singles? All singles? Okay. 8 by $2. 105 and 105 here. Go to 105. Go to 10 and 15, 21, 25 here. 25, 25, 30. You get 30, 10, 30, 10, 30. You get 30 and 5 and 35, 2 and a half, 32 and a half, 35, 35, 37, 37, 37, 36, 7 and 37, $6 and $8 and 37, 7, 7, 7, 7, you get 38, 37. You get 30 here. Go to be 7. You get 38 here. Booker 137 nothing. No good, I guess, huh? Cold snap got the ball. Ronnie, where's George? He's still on vacation? Not listening. See you on vacation? Yeah. 10-year-old. Daughter. 105 and 105 here. Good to 105. That's a long vacation. 105 and 105 here. Good to 105. 105. 105 and 105. 10. Good to be 110. 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 Cabinet's 105X. 10 years and 5 months. 75 cents a pound, 75.80 and 75.80 here, 75 good to be 85, 85, 85, 85 and 100, 95, 95, 95, $100, $1, 105, 105, 105, 10 good to be 110 and 10 and 15 here, 115 and 10 and 15 here, 110 and 15 here, 110, 15 here, Chris, 110, 13X. Five years and 3 months. Here's a pretty good cow, gentlemen. 2,000, 20, 100, yeah, 2,100, 21, 21, 21, 21, 3 years and 3 months, 2,100. I'm going to stay right there, 2,100 and 2,100. Is that cow? Okay, she's got a tear between her rectum and her vagina. The doc called me. She gave me all these words a while ago that I couldn't understand, so that's what the deal is. But she is bred. So I really don't know if I should just keep going at 2,100 or if I should just sell her by the weight. You buyer guys, you're over 18 in this house, so you do what you want to do. 1,500. 1,500, 15 and a half, 15 and a half here, half here, half here, 1,600 and 1,600 and 15 and a half, 1,600 here, half and a half here, going to be 1,600 and 1,600 here, half and a half here, going to be 1,600 here, Ricardo, 15 and a half.
Yeah.
Hardesty. The young. 3s and 4s. $1.50. 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 60, 55, 70, 70, 70, 65, 70, and 65, 70, 70, 67 and a half. Now 70, and 70, 70, 70, S, 167 and a half. 1, 21. That's right. Hands are freezing.
It's a little colder.
It is cold. Wind's got a little bite to it, don't it?
I don't know. I think it was that cold when I left the house.
What are the hardesties? 35, 35, 35, 37, 35, 37, 37, 37, 40, and 40, 41, and 40, 41, 41, 41, 41, 41, you get 41, you get 41, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 45, 6, and 45, 6, and 45, 46, 5, going to be $6, 5, going to be 6, Booker, 145, nothing. $120, you 2.5, 5, and 27 and a half, going to be 30, going to get 31, going to be 33, going to get 35, going to be 7, and 37, and going to be 40, going to get 40, 40, 30, and 40, and 39, 45, 1, and 41, 2, 42, 1, 2, down 2, and 42, going to get 3, and 43, 4, 45, here, 40, now 5, and 44, now 5, here, 45, you get 5, 45, 6, and 45, 46, here, 5, going to be 6, here, Cabas, 145 on 5, 3. Some of these bulls be limping. They're all going to go, guys. Express ranches, so I'll probably no good. That's why they are here. Them bulls are more crippled than others. They're all going to go. $1.50. $1.55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 60, it's 60 there, going to be 60, going to be 160, and 55, 60 there, 55, 60, going to be 60, Terry, 155 on 9, nope, 10. $1.50, 55, 55, 55, 55, and 57, 57, 57 and a half, 57, 50, and 57 and a half here, 60, it's 60 here, 2.5 here, 5, and 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and 70, and 73, 72 and a half, and 72 and a half, 75, 75, 75, 77 and a half, 77 of 80, and 182 and a half, 82, 50, 82 and a half here, 85, 85, 85, 85, 87 and a half, 87 and a half, and 90, and 92 and a half, 92 and a half, 92 and a half, group 92 and a half, group 92 and a half here, Terry, 190, same way, 10. Yard him out. The small hairy one. Hairy one. $1.50. 52 and a half, and 52 and a half, 5, and 55, 57, about 57, about 60, now 60, we get 60, we get 60, going to be 60, we get 60 there, 60, it's 60 there, 2 and a half, and 2 and a half here, 1, and get the ones, 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 here, going to be 161, and get the one here, under one here, one, get the ones, 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 3. There's 6 of them. 163. You still in? 161. You're out on line. 163. 163. 5. Now 5. Now 7. 67. As it gets 5, going to be 7. Now 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 7. 6. 7. 168. 168. Chris, 167. 9. Oh. 75. Yeah, 75, 75, 75, 75, 75, 75, 77, 77, 77, 77, 50, and 77 and a half here, 77 and a half, 77, 50, and 77 and a half, now 80, and now 80 there, 80, you give 80 there, 80 here, 88, 9, 79, Gibbon Bull, 178. Thirty-five, 35, 35, 37, 37, 37, 37, 40, and 42 and a half, 42, 50, 42 and a half, going to be 41, and 40, 41 here, 41 here, 41, 41, 41, 41, 41, 41, Cabinets 140 on 3. Thirty-five, 37 and a half here, 37 and a half here, half here, half and a half here, going to be 37, 50, and 37 and 40, and 40, 40, 40, you get 40 there, 8, 9, and 39, 39, 39, 40, you get 40, you get 41 here, 41, 41, 41, 41 here, 41, and 41 here, another one here, another one here, one here, Gibbon, 140. Twenty-five, 27, and 30, and 30, 33, and 1, and 32, 33, 33, 34, and 5, and 35, 6, 35, 6, 7, and 37, 7, 8, 37, 8, 39, 39, 39, 39, 38, 9, and 38, 9, here, 40, and 40, 40, 40, 1, here, 41, 2, 2, 3, 43, 4, 5, and 45, 45, and 40, 45, 600, and 45, going to be 6, 7, and 7, and 7, and 46, 7, and 7, $8, and 47, 7, 8, 7, 8, 7, 8, 7, 8, 9, and 9, 9, and 9, here, 9, 40, here, 9, 9, here, 9, so 148. Cabinets 3.
One more coming.
Nope, no 5. Here's Ronnie's. Here's Ronnie Booker's. There's 5. That's it, Bob.
My fault.
Let's just sell these 4. 3 to 5 months bred, guys. 120. 125, 25, 25, 25, 25, 25, 25, 25, 25, 27, 27, 27, 30, and 30, 32 and a half, going to be 2 and a half, going to get 5, and 35, 37, 37, 37, going to be 40, and 40, 42 and a half, going to get 2 and a 5, and 45, 45, 45, 45, 2 and a half, 5, and 45, going to get 45, going to get 45, going to get 45, 45, and 43, 45, 43, 5, 7, and 47 here, going to be 7 here, going to be 7, 147 here, going to be 7, going to get 7, sold 145 Booker. She go all the way to the back. Union City. Got pulled over going 72 and a 55 in Lawton the other day. $267 ticket. I had a trailer on and everything. I thought he was just giving me a warning, you know, but no. 35, yeah, 35, 37 about 35, 37 about 37 about 37, 42 and a half, 45, 47 about 50, and half 51, and 51, 2, 3, 53, 54, 53, 4, and 53, 4, 3, 53, 4, 5, and 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55 here, Caddis, 154, 3. Nine, 10-year-old cows, guys, are 6 to 8 months bred. All right, right there, 2,000, going to be heavy red, 2,100, and 2,100, yeah, 2,100, 21, 21 and a half here, 2,100, and 2,100 here, going to be 17 and a half, hold your gaze, 17 and a half, and 17 and a half here, 18, half, 19, half, and 19 and a half, 2, and 2,000 here, going to be 2, going to be 2, going to be 2, going to be 2, going to be 2,000, and 2,000 here, half and a half here, going to be 20, 50, and 20 and a half, and 1, and 2,100 here, half, and 21 and a half, going to be 2, and 2,200 here, going to be 2, going to be 2, going to be 2,200, and 2,200 here, 1 half, going to be 2,200 here, going to be 200 there, going to be 2. Mosley, 21 and a half. Yeah.
Six of them.
6, 7 years old, and they're 3 and 4 months. 1,500. Nice little cows, guys. 15 and a half. 15 and a half. 15 and a half here. Half and a half here. Going to be 16 and a half. And a half. 17. And 17. We get 17. We get 17 and a half. 17 and a half. 18. 18 and a half. 1,900. And 19 half. And 19 and a half. 2,000. And 2,000 here. Going to be here. Going to be here. Now 2,000. Going to be 2,000. We get 2,000. We get 2,000 and a half. And 2050. And 1. And 2,100 here. Half. And 20 and a half here. 2. And 2,200 here. 1 and a half. We get 2 and a half. And 22 and a half here, half here, bit of a half here, going to be 22.50. Ronnie out, 22 and a half, 22.50. 22 and a half here, half here, Gardner, 2,211. 6 to 9 years old or 2 to 5 months. I'm going to weigh them to you. Sure to take them home, calve them out if you like to later this fall. 120. 22 and a half, 22 and a half, 25, 27 and a half, 27 and a half, going to be 30, 32 and a half, 35, and 35, 37 and a half, going to be 40, and 40, 40, 40, 42 and a half, and 42 and a half, 5, and 45, 45, 45, 45, 42 and a half, 5, and 42 and a half, 45, 47, 50, and now 50, and now 52 and a half, 2 and a half, going to be 2 and a half, what about 1, 51, and 50, 51, here, another one, here, another one, here, going to be 151, here, so 150, Chris, 55. Sir. You sure?
I like the way he thinks.
Doubt it. They gonna pin yet? Not yet. Sure. Yes. She read? Okay, thank you. We got both tags on both sides. 35, yeah, 35, and 37, and 37, and 37, half, and 37, and 40, and 40, and 1, 2, 42, 43, 44, 43, and 43, and 42, and 3, 44, 43, 4, 43, 4, now 5, yeah, 45, 45, 5, 40, 5, and 44, and 5, here, 5, 5, 5, 5, here, 5, here, canvas, 144 on 3. $25, 27 and a half here, now 32 and a half, 5, and 35, 37, and 37, 40, 41, and 41, 2, 43, 4, 5, and 46, 7, and 47, 8, 9, 9, 9, 50, and 150, 50, 45, 59, 50, and 49, 59, 1, and 50, 51, here, 1, 51, 51, 51, 51, 51, here, going to be 151, and 50, 51, here, another one, here, another one, 51, 51, 51, 51, 51, going to be 1. Booker, 150, 21. Shortbread and opens, 120. They're all going to go, guys. 120, 110, 110, 15, 120, 5, 125, 30, now 30, 7 and a half, 30, 2.5, 32.50, and 32.5, half 5, and 35, 35, 35, 35, we get 5 here, going to be 35, we get 5, 30 down, 5 here, Booker, 32.5, 11. This Ritter's bred to low birth weight Angus bull. Is that right, Matt? Bred to low birth weight Gardner bulls. There you are. 3 to 5 years old, 3 and 4 and 5 year olds. They're short bred guys, but they are bred to some low birth weight Gardner Angus bulls. Nice little set of take-home cows right there. Going to be 17.5. Yeah, 17.5 here. Heavy safety. 17.5, 1800. 18.5 here. 19. 2. 50. And 21. And 21, 21, 21, 21, 21 and a half. 21 and a half. 21 and a half. 2 and a half. And 23. And 23 to get 3. And 23 to get 3. 50. 23 and a half. 4. And 24 and a half. 24 and a half. 25. And 2500. And 25. William got 2500. Here. 5 to get 2500. And 2500. Here. 5 to get 2500. Here. 500 even to give out here. Sold him 24 and a half. MW5. 2x2s. 2x2 and 2x3 guys bred to low birth weight Gardner Angus bulls. 1500 and 50, 60, 17 and 17, 18, 19, 2, 1, 2, and 22 and 22, 22, 3 and 23, 24, 24, 24 and 5 and 25, 6, 25, going to be 600, 25, 50 and 25 going to be 25 going to be 25 going to be 25 going to be 25, 50 and 25 and a half here, 550 and 25 and a half here, 5 going to be 25 sort of at 2500. That will be Flying B. They were 2 and 3 months. They're going to go on number 2. Three to 5 years old. These are open. Might give them another chance, gentlemen. $1.50. 55, yeah, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 60, 165, and 70, 70, 70, 70, 70, 70, good to be 70, good to be 70, good to be 70, 67 and a half, now 70, 170, and 70 bid 70 there, good to be 70 bid 70 there, good to be 70 here at 67 and a half, 21. Three to 6 years old. 3 to 6 years old. 135, and 35, 40, and 35, 43, 35. If you want me to hold a 6-year-old, I sure will, because she don't really fit him too good. If you want to hold a 6-year-old, we sure will hold her off. 135, 140, and 40, and 35, 40, 40, 40, 45, 45, 45, 50, $1.50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 45, 55, and 55, 55, 60. It's 60 there, 55, going to be 60 there, 55, going to be 160, and 55, 60 there, 55, going to be 60 here, that's 155, 21. One her off. Bring the 6-year-old back. One and 2-year-olds, $1.50. 55, yeah, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 60, 55, 70, 175, and 75, 80, 80, you give 80, 175, 80, and 75, go to be 80, 75, go to be 80, 75, go to be 80, 75, go to be 80 here, Chris, 175, 7X. 6-year-olds are 4 and 5 months bred. Are nice cows. 2,000, 2,100, 2,100, 2,150, and 2,150, and 21 and a half, half and a half here, and 21 and a half, and 2, and 2 and a half, and 22 and a half, 3, and 23 and a half, 4, and 2,400, William, 24 and a half, and 24 and a half, 5, and 2,500, 550, and 25 and a half, 5 and a half, 25 and a half, 25 and a half, 25 and a half, sold at 2,500, Flying B. On straight. They're 5 months. Three and 4-year-olds, guys, here, $1.50. 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, and 55 here, 60, yes, 60 there, 155, 65, and 70, 70, 70, 65, 70, and 70 there, 70, Chris, 165. Okay. Hang on. Those two are going to go to Chris number 3X. Chris 3X. Chris 3X resell. Chris 3X resell. And then a 9X here.
Get your
Same
get the resale.
price? Let's get what?
Get the resales over here.
Okay.
There's several of those.
Several. Daddy Benke yet?
No idea. I hadn't been here very long when you got there. I'd go to the doctor and see. Feeding cows?
Let's go this way, Bob. Huh?
Feeding cows?
Yeah. There was one of looking cows. Yeah.
Okay, and then go and take the blood out of it and make that one up.
Get that card out yet.
I told three on camera. I don't know what he wants to do. They're all got their cows.
What you talking about, Willis? We're going this side. Yeah.
How much rain did you get, Antonio?
Huh?
How much rain?
Well, they are up and down. I got one spot, I got 1 inch in all the place called the captain. The captain got 3 inches.
He must be living right.
I didn't get a drop. 0.
We got half an inch. That's done.
Yeah, they are up and down.
They kept telling Mustang. This is a 6-year-old we held. 35 and 35, 40 and 35, 37 and 37, 42 and a half, 42 and a half, 5 and 45, 45, 42 and a half, 5, 45, 45, 45 here, Cavis, 142 and a half straight.
Hello? This is Coy Keenan, John Sellon. Can I help you?
Can you call him back after the sale?
He'll call you back after the sale. Okay.
Zero. Not a drop. Not a nothing.
Hold on, one more. Whatever you want to do, Chris.
Sell them for Ronnie Booker.
You might want to resell them.
No. Got little hip downs on them, guys. $105 and 105 here. Going to be 110 and 15 and 21, 25 and 25, 30, to get 30 to 130 and 27 about 30, to get 30 now 30, 32 and a half, 32 and a half, 32, 50, 32 and a half and 5 and 35, 35, 35, 37 about 37 about 37 about 37 40 and now 40, 40, 40, to get 40, to get 40, to get 40, to get 40, going to be 40, to get 40 now 40 here. So 137 and a half Gibbon. Here comes your hairy bull, Antonio.
Were you selling this for 10, right?
Yeah. Yeah. $97.83. Antonio, the same money.
What are you gonna do with that? Oh yeah. Yeah.
Pin him with the koi 100s. Get her right back. AI. I don't know. She's got that good of a calf. Oh my AI heard it. In God. In God we trust.
Save your money and go on vacation.
I'm already dialed it back in.
Well.
They're young guys. Ones and twos are open. $1.50. 55, yeah, 55, 55, 60, 55, 70, 5, and you get 70, 100, 71, 75, and 75, 70, 80, 85, 90, 5, and 95, here, 95, 95, 95, William, we at 195, here, 95, here, 195, we get 95, we get 95, we get 95, here, Bryce, 190, on 9. All 5-year-olds here, 25. 27.50 and 30, 30, 30, 30, 30, good to be 2.5, 35, 35, 37, 37, 37, 37, 35, 6, 7, and 37 now. Hey, good to be 9, good to get 40, and 1, and 43, 45, 47, 47, and 9, good to get 47, good to be 9, 47, and 9, 50, and 50, and 49, 50, 50, and 45, good to get 50, good to get 50, and 1, and 51, 51, 51, 51, 51, 51, here, good to be 151, and 50, 51, here, 1, here, 1, here, flying B, 150. Flying B 4. 7 to 9 years old here, 125. 750, yes, 7, 30, 30, 30, 32 and a half, 32 and a half, 35, 37 and a half, 37 and a half, going to be 40, 40, 40, that one, and 41, 2, 43, 43, 53, and 43, 44, and 44, now 4, and 43, now 4, 43, 4, 43, 4, Chris, 143, 13. $55, yeah, 55, 57, 57, 57, 57, 57, 57, 50, 60, and now 62 and a half, going to get 2 and a half, going to be 2 and a half, going to get 2 and a half, 1, 3, and half 3, going to get 3, and 1, going to be 3, 5, and 65, 65, 3, going to get 5, going to 3, going to get 5, going to be 3, going to get 5, going to be 63, 65 here, Chris, 163, 10x.
Not just showing, been competitive everywhere. Brazil, Grandola.
Tired of it? Buying a boat. Yeah, boat. 55, yeah, 55, 57, about 62 and a half, 5, and 65, 7 and a half, 70, 72 and a half, 5, and 75, 77 and a half, 80, good to be 80, good to be 80, 82 and a half, 85, 85, 85, 85, 85, 85, 85, 85, 82 and a half, good to be 85 here, go to Cabinet's Bull, 82 and a half. Charlie. 35, yeah, 35, 35, 35, 37, 37, 37, 37, 40, and 42 and a half, good 2 and a half, we get 45, 45, 7, 50, and now 50, we get 50, we get 50, we get 52 and a half, and 52 and a half, 52 and a half, 55, and 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 2 and a half, 55, 52 and a half, 55 here, so 52 and a half, Cabinets Bull, 11 Bull. 11 Bull. $65, as a good five, as a good, 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 7 and a half, now 70, now 72 and a half, 5, and 75, 75, 75, 73, 75, 77, 75, 77, 75, 77, and 9, 81, 81, 81, 81, 81, 2, 3, 83, 4, 5, 85, 85, 85, 85, 85, 84, 85, 6, 85, 86, 85, go to be 6 here, 85, go to be 6, so 185, Gibbon Bull. $72 and a half, yes, 72 and a half, yes, 72 and a half, 72 and a half, 71, 71, 71, 71, 71, 71, 71, going to be 171, going to be 171, going to be 171. I got 70, now 1, 171, 171. Gibbon Bull, 170. Rob, did you go fishing Saturday? Well, that's not what I asked you. I said, did you go last Saturday? Rodeo Bull, yeah, Big Bush, $1. 105, 10, 10, 10, Antonio out, 110, and 10, and 15, and 20, 120, 15, 20, 5, and 25, 25, 25, we get 30, and then 30, now 5 here, going to be 35 here, 40, and 40, 40, 40, we get 40, 35, 40, now 5, 45 here, 50, and now 50, 45, we get 50, 45, we get 50, here, S, 145, 9. You use a bobber and worms. What's a bobber? I'll throw it out there and just watch it. That's how I fish. I thought that's the only way you fish. Just throw it out there and watch it go under, then you... Yeah. Take an ice chest with some colas out there and... Oh. Cola. 65, and 65, 7 and a half, 72 and a half, 72 and a half, 75, 77 and a half, 77 and a half, 80, and now 1 here, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 86, 7 here, 87, 87, $8, and now hey there, 80, hey there, Gibbon Bull, 187. I know it. Yeah. My buddy just sent me a text. You better stick to golf. Yeah, I know it. 65, and 55, and 55, and 57, about 62 and a half, 5, and 55, going to be 65, now 7 and a half, 70, and now 70, going to get 78, 9, now 9, now 70, going to get 1, 2, 71, 2, 71, going to be 2, Cabinets Bull, 171. $65, and 75, and 7 and a half, 70, you get 72 and a half, 5, and 75, you get 75, 77 and a half, going to be 80, and now 83, going to be 8, 9, 80. Spin him one time. 80, Rob. 80, Rob. 1, 2. Cabinets Bull, 181. $1.50. 55, yeah, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 60. It's 60 there. 5, going to be 60. 5, going to be 160. And 5, and 65 now. 65, do it. 65, and 65, 5 here. 5 here. Sold 160. Chris 9. 65, and 65, 70, 70, and 2, 72, 74, 74, 76, 74, 76, 74, $68, and 78, 80, and now 83, 81, 82, 81, 2, 3, 84, 84, 83, 84, now 5, 86, 86 here, 85, going to be 6, Cavernous Bull X, 185. Yeah. He jump over. I know how he feels. $1.50, 55, yeah, 55 here, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 60, and 65, and 65, 70, 75, 75, 75, 80, 80, 75, 80, and 75, you give 80, 180, 185, 85 here, 85 here, 85 here, 5 here, showtime, 180 bull. Harold Mason, what you out doing today? $81, $83, $85, $87, $89, $90, 1, 2, 3. Did you get 91, 2, 3, 4, 5, 95, 6, and 95, 600, and 95, going to be 600 here, 95, 96, 600 here, 95, going to be 600 here, 95, going to be 6, hold 195, Gibbon Bull. Eight bulls here, $1.50. 55, 55, 55, 60, 5, 70, 5, 75, 80, 85, 85, and 90, there, 190, and 90, and 90 there, 5, and 90 here, 92, 2, 5 here, 5 here, 205, and 205 here, 5, 85 here, Chris 9, $2. $85, $87 here, $89, $89, 90, and 91, 91, and 91, 2, and 92, 91, 2, 91, 2, 91, 2, 91, 2, 91, 2, sold 191, Gibbon Bull. 75, 7, and 75, 7, and 77, 79, 81, 81, 83, 85, 87, 89, 90, 90, 90, and 90, 89, 90, sold 189. Given bull. Yeah. Same way, isn't it? But turnout. $85, $87, $85, $91, $91, $92, $92, $92, $3, $93, $90, $40, $95, $96, $95, $6, $7, and $97, $98, $98, $99, $99, $99, $2, and $99, $201, and $201, here, $101, here, $201, and $201, here, $101, here, $101, here, sold about $2. Given bull X $2. $85, $85, $87, $87 here, $85, $87 here, $85, $85, $85, $85, $85, $85, $75, $77, and $75, $77, $9, and $79, going to be $81, $82, $3, $4, $83, $84, $83, $84 there, $83, $84, Gibbon Bull, $183, 2. Gibbon Bull 2, yep. Get them outside when we can, please. Thank you, back there in the back, whoever you are. $75, $77, $75, $77, $77, $9, going to be $81, $83, $83, $83, $83, $81, $3, $83, $85, $87, $87, $85, $87, sold $185, Cavernous Bull. $1.50. 55, 55 here, 55, 55, 55, 55, 35, 40, and 35, 40 here, 35, 40, 5, 45, you get 50, and 55, 55, 50 here, 45, you get 50, Cavernous 145 bull. $55, 55, 57 and a half here, 57 and a half here, 57 and a half here, 57 and a half, 35. 35, 40, and 35, 35, 35, 35, 35, 35, 35, 35, you get 40, and 40, 40, now 2, and 44, 43, 44, 6, 8, and 40, heavy to get 40, heavy to get 40, $48, and 40, heavy to get 40, heavy to get 40, heavy to get 40, heavy to get 48, here, sold 146, calf bull. How many got left in, Tony? 35, 35, 40, and 35, 40, 40, 40, 35, 45, 45, 45, 50, 50, 50, 50, 55, 55, 55, 75, 57, 60, and 2.5, 2.5, 5, and 65, 65, 65, 65, 65, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, here, giving bulls, 62.5, 2.
See at least 50 or 60 here.
65, and 65, and 65, 65, 65, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 70, 2 and a half, 72 and a half, 72, 5, and 75, 77 and a half, 77 and a half, 75, 77 and a half, and 77 and a half. You're sold 175 calf bull. You leaving? See you Tulsa time. Got a lot of bulls today. What's going on? Huh? $1.50. 55, and 55, and 55 here, 55, 60, 5, 70, 55, and now 80, 5, 90, 90, 90, 90, 90, you get 95, and 95, 95, 95, 95, 95, 95, 95, 95, 95, 95, that's 190, 11. 55, 57 and a half here, 57 and a half, 60, 2 and a half, and 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 5, and 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and 70, and 2 and a half, 72 and a half, 71, and 70, 71, 71, 71, 71, and 71, Cabinet Bull, 170. 65, and 65, and 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 70, 72 and a half, 72 and a half, 71, 3, 73, 71, 3, 71, 75, and 73, 75, 73, 75, 75, 75, 73, we give out cabinets, 173 bull.
They drink the tea. Yeah, that's enough. All them bulls I sent you didn't get one good one.
What the crap are?
Oh yeah, look at you.
That's another good one. Good one, John.
Good bull coming. 91, yeah, not a hit, 91, 91, 91, 91, 91, we get 91, we get 91, we get 91, here, 91, 91, 91, 91, 91, 80, 70, 2 and a half, 5, 7 and a half, 80, 180, 82 and a half, 3, 5, 7, 7, 8, Gibbon Bull, 187, 2, 3. Goodness gracious, you're getting on up there, Rob.
Maybe hold one, John. Still better.
Okay.
51, 57.
Yeah, hold one. $1.50. Sell 2 good bulls. $1.55. Yeah, 55. And 55. Now 55. 60. 55. Now 70. 55. Going to be 80. Going to be 5. Going to be 90. Going to be 95. 95. 95. 2. And 205. Going to be 210. Going to be 215. Going to be 210. Going to be 15. 20. And 220. And 220. Going to be 20. Going to be 20. Going to be 20. 215. 20. 215. You guys are all out there. 215. 20. And 220 here. Going to be 20. 20 here. Going to be 20 here. McGee. 215. 5X. Hold one.
Can you get him held? Look at you go.
Attaboy, Antone. $1. 110. Yeah, 10. Hey, 10, 20, 9, 20, 30, 30, 30, 40, 40, 40. What about 35? 35 here, 40. Yeah, 40 here, 140, 40, 45. And 45 here, 5 here. Going to be 45, 5 here. So 140. Terry, 9. Yeah. Does that matter what color they are? He might if he looked like that one. Bull day. We ain't gonna have no bulls left in the country.
We say that every day.
75. Yeah, 75, 75, 75, 75, 75, 75, 75, 75, 75, 77, 77, 77, 77, 77, 50, 80, and now 80, 80, jig of 83, 80, good of 80, good of 80, good of 80, good of 80, sold, 77 and a half, calf bull.
60-cent spread on both.
Yep. 40 to $2. $55 and 57 and a half, 57 and a half here, 60, bit of 2 and a half, bit of 2 and a half, bit of 5, bit of 7 and a half, now 70, and 70, 70, 72 and a half, 72 and a half, 75 here, 75 there, 75 here, 75, and 75, bit of 5, 75 here, cabinet, 72 and a half, bull. He's gonna get hot. He's gonna get hot next week and die. Yeah, get them trimmers out, trim all that hair off. 75, and 75, 77, 75, 77, 77, 77, 77 and a half, 77 and a half here, 77 and a half, now 80. 2 and a half, 5. 5. 85. Sold 183 Gibbon Bull. 3, 2. Shade Tree, you want to sell some of these cows and bulls? They're getting after me today. Huh? Today. Yeah. That'd be all right, wouldn't it? I could too. That's just bring one bull to town and live off one bull a week. Yeah,
That's about what he makes here.
shit.
And don't do much.
Golly. Most people would turn you into HR the way you talk to me.
Would you like me to call her?
75. Yeah, 75, 77, 75, 77, 75, 77, 77, 77 and a half, 75, 75, 75 here, 65, and 67 and a half, 70, and 73, you're going to be 70, 72, 72, 72, 72, 4, 72, 4, 74, now 5. 74, now 5. Give him bull, 174. 2.
To call him?
For,
Oh, yeah.
yes.
I guarantee you
That's
HR would agree with everything you say about him.
$1.50. 55, yeah, 55, now 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, outside, 55, and 55, and 5, now 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55. Here's a good red Angus bull, guys. 155, 155, 155. Roy, you thinking? Sold 150 Gibbon bull, 2. Yeah, I mean, some of those old poor ones, like 95 to $1. $1.50, 55, yeah, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, $5, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 7 and a half, 57, 57, 57, 57 and a half, given 2, 155, Bill 2. Better get your bulls stocked up this week, guys. There won't be none next week. I'll take the under. If it stays dry, we're going to have a whole lot.
I was calling for trucks last week and need more cattle this week.
55, yeah, 55, now 55, 55, 55, 57, going to be 60, going to get 2.5, now 2.5, going to get 2.5, 62, 55, as it get about 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, going to be 67.5, here, sold 165, cab move.
I know they do really. Hey, what's my thing? You gotta get down.
75, yeah, 75, and 75, 75, 75, 75, 75, 75, 75, 75, 75, 75, here, 71, and 70, 71, 71, 71, 71, 71, 71, 61, 63, 5, and 63, going to give 5, now 3, going to give 7, and now 9, going to give 9, going to be 67, going to be 71, and 72, 71, 2, 3, 73, 72, going to give 3, 72, going to give 3, cabinets, 172, boo. I thought you was talking to Matt. I really did. That's what I call him. 55, yeah, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 35, and 40, and 45, and 45, 45, 50, 55, and 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 60, 160, down 5, and 65, 65, 65, 2.5, and 2.5, half here, 2.5, so 160 cab, boo. I really thought I was talking to Matt.
He's getting another order.
Yesterday when I got back from Ada, they all looked the same. Short, fat, pretty. 25, yeah, 27 and a half here, 27 and a half here, half and a hand, 27 and a half, get 30, and you get 2.5, and 35, 35, 35, 37 and a half, 37 and a half, going to be 40, get 2.5, and 2.5, 5, and 45, 47 and a half, 47 and a half, 47 and a half, 47 and a half here, cabinets, 145, boo. $1.50, 2-year-old, and open. $55, 55, yeah, 55, now 55, 55, 60, 5, now 65, 70, 75, now 75, 80, 5, 90, 95, and 95, 95, 95, 95, 95, 95, 5 here, and 195 here, S, 190, 11X. One year, she's 8 months bred. Hook of 1,000. 1,100 and 10, 11, 10, 11, 10, 11, 10, 11, 10, 11, 11, 10, 11, 12, and 1,200, 12, 111, 12, 13, 13, 13, 13, 13, 30, 30, 14, and 1,400, and 14, 1,400, 14, match out, 14, 15, and 1,500, 15, 15, 15, 14, 15, and 1,500, 14, 1,500, 14, 1,500, here, 14, 15, here, MW, 1,400. She's gentle too.
I got the daddies coming.
You got what?
The daddy.
Oh. You slow down when you talk English. You gotta slow down and think. No, thank you. I got the daddy coming. Slow down when you're talking. You talk too fast. Yeah.
I got the daddies coming. 3
years and 5 months.
Nice rig.
$700. 700, 800, and 7. How 8, and how 800 there, 700, 800, 7, now 800, and how 8, 9, 900, 900, 900, we together 910, and 1,000, and 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, cheaper than a baby calf, $1,000, 1,100, 1,100, 10, 11, 1,000, 1,100, 10, 1,100 here, 1,000, 1,100. Kelsey, you bidding? Sold 1,000, MW. Did you eat those nuts? What were in those? $1.50. $1.55. Yeah, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 60. It's 60 there. 5, 9, 70, 75, now 75, 80, 5, 90, 5, 95, 95, 95, now 5, and 95 here, 95 here, and tone, 190. $125, and 25, 30, and 25, 30, 25, 25, 27, 27, 27, 27, and 30, and 30, 30, 32 and a half, good 2 and a half, get 5, and 35, 35 and a half, and 37, 40, and 42 and a half, get 2 and a half, 42 and a half, here's sold, 140 Booker, 11. $3 years and 4 months. $1,000. 10, 11, and 10, 11, 10, 11, 10, 11, 10, 11, 100, 11, 11, 11, 100, down 10, 11, and 10, 50, and 10, and a half, 11, 1100, 11, 11, 1200, 1200, 1200, 1200, half, and 1250, 12 and a half here, half here, 1250 and a half here, half here, going to be half here, MW, 1200. $1.50. $1.50, 60, $1.50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 90, 2, 2, 10, 10, and 20, and 30, and 230, 40, and 240, 50, 250, and 240, 250, 40, 50, 40, 50, 40, 50, 40, 50, Chris, 240, nothing. Weaned. 60 days. 2 rounds. I can't hear you. Yep. Not that many. About 3 is the most we can go. $1. 110, 20, and to 20, 20, 30, 30, 30, 30, 40, 40, 50, 50, 50, and tone you out 50, and 40, 50, and 50, 50, 60, and 50, 60, 150, 60, 50, 60, 70, and now 70, 80, 80, 90, 90, good bit 2, good bit 2, bit of 2, good bit 2, bit of 2, good bit 2, so 190 and tone. There's a good cow. There's a good family.
Come from Howard's up there. Oh.
2,500 and 45, 2,600 and 25, 2,600. Going to be 2,600 and 25, 26,7 and 7, 7, 7, 7, 6, 7. Highway there. 900 and 2,900 and 29, 3 and 3,000. Three half one and 3,100. 31, 31, 31, 31, 3,100. Here going to be 3,100 and 3,100. 2 and 32 and 3,200. 2 William going to be 3,200 and 3,200. 31, going to be 2. Mosley, 30. $3,000 on. I took your bid, Ronnie. Whoop. 3,000, asking or 31, asking 2.
Right there.
I'm gonna see if William wants to come back in at 3,200. William, 3,200 on that last pair. 3,200. 32. Sold 31. Chris, 8. Thank you, sir. What do we have here? 2-year-old.
I think, hold up. I think this is wrong. Because that tag says Howard, does it not?
Yes.
So was that last one possibly Hey, hold up that last little base.
Yeah. I don't know that for sure, but this needs to be Howard.
Okay, sell this one for Howard. 2,000, 2,100, 2,100, 21, 21, 21, 21, 21, 22, 22, 22, 22, 2,200, and 2,500, and 2,200, and 3, and 23, 4, and 24, 5, 25, going to be 607, and 26, and 7, and 7, and 7, and 7, and 7, and what about a half? 650, and 26 and a half here, half and a half here, half and a half here, half here, sold 2,600 Showtime pair. Split them, Antone. Weigh the cow. 135 and 35, 37 and 35, 37 and 37 and 37 and 37 and 37 and a half and 37 and a half. Going to be 37 and a half. Going to be 37 and a half here, Chris. 135, 3x on the cow. Chris, 3x. Yep. Yep. $3. 310 and 310, good to be 10, good to be 10, good to be 10, 310 and 310, good to be 10, good to be 10, 20, to get 3, 20, good to be 3, 30, to get 3, 40, to get 3, 40, 50, and 350, and 350, to get 350, to get 3, 40, to get 350, to get 40, to get 50, 40, 50, 340, 50, got Chris, 350, 350 sold, 340, Terry 2. No, that's by the weight.
Hey, close to getting Okay, you can take it now.
That's only $1,540.
1540.
1340. 1340.
Two-year-old little red Angus pair, 2,000, 2,100, and 21, 2,100, 21, 21, 2, and 23, 3, and 23, 3, and 4, 5, 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, and 7, and 7, and 7, and 6, 7, and 6, 7, and 7, and 7, and 7, 2,600, 7, and 2,700 here with 6, and 7, and 7, and 7 here, going to be 2,700 here, Chris, 8, 2,600. 5-year-olds. 35, 37 and a half, 37 and a half, 37 and a half, 37 and a half, 40, 40, 40, 42 and a half, 42 and a half, 42, 55, and 45, 47 and a half, 47 and a half, 47 and a half, 50, and a half, 52 and a half, and 2 and a half, 52 and a half, 55, and 55, 57 and a half, 57 and a half, 57 and a half, and 57 and a half, 57 and a half, here, gray, 155.9. Seven and 8-year-olds, 35, 35, 35, 37, 35, 37, 37, 37, 37, 40, and 40, 40, 40, we get 2 and a half, 45, 45, 45, 45, you get 5, 47 and a half, and 47 and a half, both out, and 47 and a half here, 47 and a half here, Booker, 145. $25, 25, and 27, going to be 32 and a half, 35, 37 and a half, 40, 142 and a half, 41, 41, 41, 41, you give 1, 2, and 42, we get 3, and 43, we get 3, and 43, we get 3, Rob, and 43, we get 3, 42, going to be 3, we get 4, and 44, 5, and 44 and 5, we get 5, 44, 45, you get 5, 45 here, Camus, 144, nothing. Here's some big, large cows. 35, 35, 35, 35, 37, 37, 40, we get 40, and 1, and 41, 41, 2, 41, 2, 43, 43, we get 3, 43, we get 3, and 4, and 44, and 5, here, 44, you get 5, 44, and 5, 6, and 46, 7, 47, 46, 7, and 46, 7, here, 7, 7, 7, 7, here, 7, here, going to be 7 here, going to be 7 here, Camus, 146 on 3. $50, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 60, 55, going to be 70, 55, going to be 80, going to be 5, going to be 90, going to be 5, going to be 2, going to be 5, going to be 210, and 210, 10, 15, and 20, and 225, and now 5, 25, 25, 25, 25, 25, going to get 35, now 35, 35, 35, and 40, 240, 245, 245, 50, 250, 250, now 5, 55, 55, now 55, 55, 55, 55, pour out, 255, and 55, 60, and 260, there, going to be 60, here, McGee, 255, 5X.
Same deal, Johnny. They just ain't good enough.
$50, 55, 55, 55 here, now 55, 55, 55, 55, 60, we get 65, now 65, 70, we get 70, now 5, and 75, 80, 5, 90, we get 95, 95, 95, 99, now 2, and 205 here, 5 and 10, going to be 210, 210, and 10 here, 5, going to be 210, 210, and 10, 15, and 215, going to be 10, and 15, going to be 210, 15, going to be 210, 15, and 10, 15 here, Mosley, 210, Mosley, 210. 11. Didn't test good enough. They didn't test good enough.
I just assume they don't like it. They're not. They just don't like them, I guess. Same deal. Last year.
Trevor Jones moves about like that. Trevor Jones is looking for moves about like this. $50, 55, 55, now 55, 55, 55, 60, now 60, 160, and 55, 65, now 70, 170, 170, 65, 170, and 70 there, 170, 70, 7.5, 70, 1. Sold 170, Chris Bull, Chris 9. $34 and $37. 34 and 37. 65. As a good 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 as 65, 67 and a half, and 67 and a half here, 67 and a half, 70, and 70, 72 and a half, 72 and a half, 72 and a half, 70, 50, and 72 and a half here, half here, Chris, 170 on 9. We've had over 100 bulls today.
Yeah. I don't know where they come from.
Bring me some more bulls. Four and 5 year olds. 35, 35, 35, 37, 35, 37, 37, 37, 37, 50, 40, 40, 40, 40, 40, 40, 40, 40, 40, 40, going to be 42 and a half, 42 and a half, 42, 50, and 5, and 45, 47, 47, 47, 50, and 53, going to be 150, William, yeah, 50, and 50, 53, 52 and a half, going to be 2 and a half, 5, and 55, 55, 55, round again, 55, 55, 55, 55, 5, and 55, and 55, William, 55, 57, 57, going to be 60, and now 60 here, William, 60, 2 and a half, and 2 and a half, going to be 2 and a half, going to get 5, and get 5, and has a good 5, out again, 65, and a good 5 here, and has a good 5 and a 5 here, 5 here, Chris, 62 and a half, 3x. 6 and 7 years old here, 35, 35, yeah, 37 and a half here, 37 and a half here, 37, 50 and a half here and a half, and 37 and a half, 37 and a half, 37 and a half here, Chris, 135, 13. $30. 35, yeah, 35, 35, 35, 40, and 40 and a 5, it'll get 45, it'll get 50 and 5, and 55, 60, not 5, and as it get about 70, it'll get 75, now 75, go to the 80, go to the 80, 75, 80, 5, 85 and 90, it'll get 90, and 95, and 95 here, 95, 95, 95, it'll get 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 95 here, Chris, 90 on 13X. Guess what? More bulls. 65, and a good 5, and has a good 7 and 67, 50, now 70, and 70, 72 and a half, 72 and a half, 71, 71, 71, 71, 71, 71, 71, we get 71 here, Gibbon Bull, 170 on 2. One. 85, 85, 87, 85, 87, here, 85, 87, 85, 85, 85, 85, 81, 80, 81, 81, 81, 81, 2, 82, Rob, 82, 3, 83, 4, 84, 85, 86, here, 85, going to be 6, Cavernous Bull, 185. Maybe split.
No, looky there.
Oh, look at here. 2,000. 2,100 and 2,100 and 2,100 here. 2,100 here. Going to be 2,100 here. Going to be 2,100. Not two and 2,100 and 2,100 now three and 2,300 going to be 2,300 4 and 2,400 23 going to be 23 going to be 23 going to be 23.50. What about you, William? 23 and a half. 23.50, William. Yeah, 23.50 and 23 and a half here. Half and a half here. Half here. So 2,300. Chris, nothing. Bronner sure got that pair he got here a year or two ago, Chris. Cashed it in. Market got too waspy. had to pay a feed bill or something. 6-year-old little family guys. We'll try to keep them right there together. Who give 1,700? 1,500. You're getting them both 15 and a half. 15.50. 15 and a half here. Half here. Half and a half here. 15.50. 15 and a half here. 16 and 16. Half here. Going to be 16 and a half here. Half here. Going to be 17 and 17. Going to get 17.50. 17 and a half here. 17 and a half. Going to be 17 and a half. Going to be 17 and a half here. Chris, 1,700. Nothing. Never found another one, did you? She was kind of a low line, was that right? I kind of remember, yeah. Yeah, yeah. $35, yeah, 35, 35, 37, 37, 40, 40, 40, then 2 and a half, good to be 2 and a half, bit of 1, and 40, 41, 41, 41, 41, bit of 41, 2, bit of 3, bit of 3, bit of 3, now 42, 3, 4, and 44, 43, 4, and 43, 44, 43, bit of 44, 43, bit of 44, bit of 43, bit of 4 here, so 143, S4. You savvy? Bento. Sort my calves for me tomorrow, okay? Cat cattle. 3 groups. Small, medium, and large. Yep. 35, 35, 37, 37, 40, and 49, 1, 41, 41, 3, 45, bit of 47, bit of 45, going to be 7, bit of 45, going to be 7, and 47 here, bit of 5, going to be 7 here, bit of given 145. 21 and 22 and a half, 22 and a half here, 22 and a half, going to be 5 and 25 and 7 and 7 and 30, going to be 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 30, and 2 and a half, 5 and 35, 35, 35, 35, going to get 35, going to get 35, going to get 35, 7 and a half, and 37 and a half, going to be 40 and 40, 40, 40, going to get 40, going to get 40, going to get 40, going to be 40. Booker, 37 and a half. Daryl D. Hoss, what you out doing? You did? Thank you. Forward open, 35, and 37.50, and 37 and a half, here now 40, we get 42 and a half, 45, 47 and a half, 52 and a half, 52 and a half, 5, and 55, 57 and a half, 57 and a half, 60, and now 62 and a half, going to be 2 and a half, we get 2 and a half, going to be 2 and a half, going to be 2 and a half, here Gray, 160 on 9. 35, yeah, 35, 37 and 37, 42 and a half, 42 and a half, 42 and a half, 45, 47 and 47 and 47 and 47 and 47 and a half here, Gray, 145, 10. See you, Daryl. Coming tomorrow? All right. Wednesday? Okay. 7 years and 7 months. Right there, guy. $10. 110, 15, and 10 and 15 here, 120, 5, 30, 30, 30, 20, 30, 5, and 35, 45, 5, and 45, 45, 45, 50, 50, 50, 155, 60, and now 5, and Ziggy yeah, William, 165, 165, 70, 170, 175, 175, William, 175, now 80, 180, sold 175, Flying B. 7 months. Straight. 35, 37 and a half, 37 and 35, 37 and 35, 37 and 37 and 37 and 37 and 40, and 42 and a half, 42 and a half, Jiggy 2 and a half, Chris, 42 and a half, 5, and 45, 47 and 47 and 47 and 30 out here, 47, 50, and 40, 57 and a half, going to be 40, 57 and a half here, Booker, 145. $10 years and she's 5 months, guys. A daughter. 105 and 105 here. Go to 105, 5, 10, 15, 20, and 25, 25, 25, 25, 35, 35, 37, 37, 40, and now 40, 40, 40, 42 and a half, 2 and a half, going to be 2 and a half, 2 and a half, sold 140, Chris. 13, 16. That's what I thought. Four years and she's open. 125 and 30 and 25, 30 here, 25, 30 and 25, 30, 30, 30, 30, 30, 35, 35, 35, 40, 40, 45 and 45, 50 and 50, 50, 55 and 55, 55, 60, 160, 5, going to be 60 here, 155 on 21. She's 3 months pregnant. $1. 110, 20, and 10, 20, 10, 20, 30, 30, 30, 40, 50, you're going to be 60, 70, you're going to be 80, you're going to be 90, you're going to be $2 here, you're going to be $2 here, you're going to be 190, you're going to be 2, 190, had 2, now 5, 210, 210, 210, 210, 15, 215, 20, 220, 225, 225. You guys are out of here. 225, 225 here, 5 here, 5 here, 220, Flying B. She goes on 2. She got a real bad eye. 10 cents a pound. 20 if you get 30. 20 if you get 30. 40. 40 cents a pound. 50 cents a pound. I don't want you to get in trouble. 50 cents a pound. Gibbon, 40 cents a pound on 2.
Show up next week, I know why.
Yeah. $1.50. 55. Yeah, 55. No, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55. 2-year-old guys lost her calf, it looks like. $1.55. 60. 165. Little Gray, you're out. 165. 165, 70. Now 5. Going to be 80. Now 5. 90. 5. 2. 5. 10. 210. 210. Bryce, 205. 9. He threw that hand in the air. Little Gray bought him a 2-year-old cowette. 35, 35, 37, 35, 37, 37, 37, 37, 42 and a half, 45, 45, 47, 47, 47, 47, 50, and 47 and a half here, Chris, 145, 3X. She's 5 months pregnant. $2. 25 and 205. It'll get 5. 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 Now 10. Go to be 210. Go to be 10. Down 10. Bit of 10. Go to be 210. Bit of 10. Go to be 210. Ricardo 205. 2. Three years old. 50 cents a pound. 60 cents a pound. You been, Ricardo? 60. Sold her half 100. S1. She yours too. She yours. Oh, $1. 105 and 105 here. Go to 105. It'll get 5. It'll get 5. It'll get 5. Now 5 here. 10. Go to 10. 15. 20 and 21. 25 and 25. 30. It'll get 30. 30. 30. Now 5 here. Go to be 35. 5 here. Go to be 30. Bit 5 here. Go to be 30. Now 5. Yeah, 30. Now 5 here. 5 here. 130. 9. Yeah, I've just got this nagging.
You got that YE?
Yes, I've had it all week. All week. Kids had it for a few days. Wife had it, and I got it. I can't kick it. I've tried everything. I've tried to drink myself to die the other night. And I just
Oh, looky there. She's bred.
65. Has a good about. 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 75 and 75. Good to be 80. Good to be 80. 75. Good to your man. 80. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. Here, shoulder. 80. Burns. 5. Longhorn King over there.
She's open. She'll be back next week with no horns.
How many got left, Antone? $30, $40. Got 2 yard outs we need to get.
Yard out.
You want to get a yard outs?
After this one.
She is 4 months bred. $2. 25 and 25. It'll get 5. 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 205. 205. 205 and 205 here. 5 here. Ricardo. $2. Yeah. Oh, my goodness. Did you get a rain in Edmond? These bulls for sale. 65. Has a good about. Has a good about. Has a good about. 7 and a half. 7 and a half. 7 and a half. 7 and 70. You get 72 and a half. 72 50. And 70. You get 2 and a half. 71 3. 71 3. 75. And 73. 75. 75. 74. 75. 75. 75. 6 here. 75. $6. 75. Going to be 6 on 175. Bull 2. Given.
No, that's it.
Daughter. Daughter 5 and 100 5 here. Good 105 and 10. Good 110 and 15 and 15, 21, 21, 21, 21, 15, 20 and 21, 23. Good 20, 23. Good 25 and 25 5 here. So 120, Chris. 13. Saturday night. Six years and she's 4 months bred. $1,000. 10, 1100 and 10, 11. You 10, 11, 11, 1200 and 12, 13, 13, 14, 14, 15 and 14, 15, 16 and 16, 17, 17, 17 and a half. Going to be 17 and a half. 18, 1800 and a half. 18 and a half. Going to be 18, 15 and 19 and 1900 and 19. William 19 and a half and 19 and a half here. Half here. Now 2 and 2000 and 2000. Going to be 2000. Going to be 2000. Going to be 2. William 2000 and now 2. Going to be 2. Going to be 2. Going to be 2000. Going to get 2000. Going to get 2000 here. Gardner 1950 on 11. 8-year-old here 110. 110, 15. You 10, 15 here. 110, 110, 15 and 10 and 15 here. 150, 15, 15, 10 and 15 here. 110, 15 here. Chris 110, 3x, 13x. My phone was, we went out to supper with some friends of ours Saturday night. Got back around 10 or so, and I mean that lightning was getting bad. My phone started blowing up about all this hail coming to our house, and we didn't get a thing, nothing. 2-year-old daughter 50. 55, yeah, 55, now 55, 55, 55, 55, 60, 55, 65, now 75, 75, going to be 80, 85, now 90, 95, 95, yeah, 95, 95, 95, 95, 95, 95, 95, 95, 95, 95, 95, here's that you, 190, Chris, 7X. I could use her if you didn't need her. Put her on the chat shelf. Shelf. Yeah. Shelf. Let me call him after the sale's over with, make sure before you leave. Yeah. Oh, 85, 85, 85 and 90, and 95 here, 95, 95, daughter B, going to be 102, going to be 102, going to be 105, going to be 7, going to be 110, 15, and 20, and 25, and 25, 25, 25, 25, 25 here, going to be 125, going to be 125, going to be 125, going to be 120, so 120 given, 2. Daughter 5, and 105 here, good to be 105, good to 5, good to 5, and 10, good to be 110, and 10, 10, 10, 105, 110, and 10 here, good to be 110, 15, 20, and 21, 21, 20, and 5, and 25, 30, good to get 30, good to get 30, and 5 here, 35, 40, and 40, 40, 40, good to get 45 here, good to be 145, yeah, 45, 5 here, 45, 5 here, 45, 5 here, Chris, 140, 16. Daughter, 105, and 105 here, good 105, good 10, good 110, good 110, and 15, 115, 15, 20, and 25, and 25, 25, 25, 25, 25, 25, and 30, 30, 35, and 35, 35, 35, 35, 35, 35, 35, 35, here, sold 130, Cavex.
Ja, vi skulle ju ha orchards up.
Yeah.
55, yeah, 55, now 55, 55, 55, 60, 55, now 70, good to be 80, good to be 90, good to be dollar, good to be 5, good to be 105, 105, and $5, good to be 5, 10, good to be 110, 15, 15, 20, and 21, 25, and 25, 25, 30, good to get 30, 30, 30, 25, 30, here, good to be 5, good to get 30, good to be 5, good to get 30, here, sold 125, Chris, 13X. Five by five. 2,000, 2,100, and 2,100, 21, 21, 21, 2, get 3, and 4, and 24, 24, and 24, and 24, and 2,500, 25, 50, and 25, 600, and 2,600, 5, going to be 2,600, and 6 and a half, and 26 and a half, here, 7, and 7, and 7, and 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and 800, and 2,800, and 2,800, yeah, William, and 2,800, here, going to be 2,800, and 2,800, here, 8 hole, 2,750 on 2. 125, 27 and a half, 27, 7, 7, 7, 7, going to be 27, going to be 27, going to be 2750, 27 and a half here, given 125 on 2. Four years and 3 months, 2,000, 20, 100, 2,100, 21, 21, 21, 21, 2100, here, going to be 2,100, here, going to be 2,100, here, going to be 2,100, here, 21, and 2,100, and 2,100, here, 21, 21, 21, 21, 2,100, here, sold her 2,000, Chris 3. Living in the back door. Give her accidentally switches to the back door. 35, yeah, 35, 35, 35, 35, 35, 37, 37, 37, 42 and a half, 42 and a half, 42 and a half, Taylor, 42 and a half, 5, 45, and 5, and 45, and 45, 45, 45, 45, 45, 45, 45, 45, here's Holder, 42 and a half, gray 10. 60. I'll take her. Old cow here, 50. 55, and 55, going to get 60, going to get 5, now 70, going to be 80, going to get 90, going to be $1, now 5, going to be 105, now 10, going to be 110, but 10, 20, and 15, 20, and 21, 21, 20, 15, 25 here, 25, 25, 25, 25, 25, 25, going to be 125 here, so 120, Chris, 13X. $10 by 7. $105 and 105 here. Good to be 105. Good to get 5. 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 105 here. Good to be 105. 10. Good to be 110. 15. 20. 125. 125. 30. Now 5. 140. 145. 50. $50. 5. 55. Yeah, 55 here. 55 now. 55. 55. 55. 55. 55 here. Cowboy. 150. MW. Do what? Popeye, 35. 37 and a half. That's 135. 135. 135. And 35. 37 and a half. 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 Going to be 37 and a half. Going to be 37. Got a half. Sold 135. Booker. Three. I just wanted to make dang sure everybody knew kind of where I was at. Most of the time, y'all do. Y'all know. That's a 130. Hey, he's taking that heifer, Chris. Yeah, thank you. Steer time, boys. Dollar. 105 and 105, 105, 85, 85, 85, 10, going to be 110 and 15, that's 15, 21, 21, 25, 125, 30, 35, and 35, 35, 35, 35, 35, 35, 35. Longhorn King, where are you? 35 and 35, yeah, 35 here, 5 here, sold 130, yes, 9. Cal sell over? William. Heck yeah. Get your new gig on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. $300. 350 and 350 and a half and 3 and a half, it'll get 400, 4 and a half, it'll get 4 and a half, it'll get 500 and a half, it'll get 5 and a half, it'll be 600 and a half and 650 and 6 and a half here now 7 and 700, it'll get 700, it'll get 700, it'll be 675 now 700 Kevin, now 725 Kelsey, 725.50, 750, 750 Kevin, you're out. 750 now 75, 775, oh 775 and 775, going to be 775, 775, going to be 775 here Kevin Peck, 750. Kelsey, I told you cannot give too much for these little bottle calves right now. Just own them. I'll just own them and take them home and you'll make lots of money. I have no idea. I'm going to sell this one by the pound. $3. 310 and now 10, go to 10, go to 10, go to 10, 23, 20, 30, 3, 30, 340, 50, 60, 360, 70, 370 by the pound, Kevin, 370. 370 out, Kevin, 370, 80, 380, 390, 390, Kevin, 390, and 390, 390, 390, Kevin, yeah, 390, and 380, 90, 90, and now $4, now 10, 410, 410, you're out up here, 410, 410, 410, Kevin, 410, Kevin, you're out, 410, 20, 410, 20, 410, 20, Kevin, you're out, 410, going to be 20, 430, 440, 440, Kevin, by the pound, 440, Kevin, 440, sold 430, MW. Huh? $50 for this little old calf. 50, 75. 75, going to be 100. 100, 150, 200, 2.5, 250, internet's out. 250, internet's out. 2.5, 3. 300. 2.5, it'll get 3, Kevin, you're out. Now half. 350, Andy. 350. 350. 350, Andy, you're out. 350. You get 3.5, it'll get 3.5, 4, and 400 for there, 400 for there. Kevin, you're out. 400 for there, it'll get 4.5, it'll get 4.5. Andy, you're out. 4.5, 4.5, 4.5, it'll get 4.5. Going to be 450, Andrew, and 450, and 4.5, it'll get 4.5, it'll get 4.5, it'll get 4.5. Going to be 4.5 here and die. Sold him 400, Kevin Peck. You should have bought that one, Billy. Have you little something to snuggle with at night. Huh? $500, $550, and $550, and $550, 50 and a half here, $5.5, going to be $600 and a half, and now $7, going to be half, going to be hey, now half, 9, and $900, $9 and a half, $9 and a half, $9 and a half, going to be $950, and $950, $9 and a half, 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 Kevin, $900. One bull and 2 heifers. I'm going to say the bull calf, guys. Weigh them up. $4. Weigh up the bull calf. $4 a pound. 410. 410. And now 10. Good to be 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 410. Good to be 410. Good to be 10. Good to be 10. 410. And now 10. 410. Good to be 10. 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 Terry, $4. 2. No, on the bull calf. We need the 2 heifers back. Way to answer your phone, Dick. That man needs to know something about the cows. Weigh them up, guys. 350. 350 pound. 350, 60. 350, 60, 70. And 370. Good to be 80. Good to be 90. Good to be 4. Good to be 10. Good to be 10. Good to be 410. And down 10. Good to be 10. Good to be 10, 20. And 420, 30, 40. And for 40. Good to get 450. And 4 to half. Good to get 4 to half. Good to get 4 to half. Good to get 4 to half. 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 Kevin, you're out. 450 a pound. 450. Kevin, you're out. 450. And for 40, 50. And for 40. Good to get 50. Good to get 50. Good to get 50. Good to get 50. Here, MW. For 40. I remember a time when boys used to bring more than the girls. Not anymore. There's a good bull calf right there, guys. That red one is a man. 300 apiece. So much times 2. 350 and 350 and a half, 3 and a half, 3 and a half, 3 and a half, 3 and a half, 350 and 354 and 400 and 4 and a half, 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 500, 550, 600 and a half, 6 and a half, 700, 700, 700 and half, 700 going to be 750 and 7 and a half going to be 800, 800 800. Kevin, you're out. 800, 800 800 800 here going to be 800 going to be 8 and a half. Now 850. 850. They're good calves, Kelsey. 850. 850. 8 and a quarter. 850, Kevin. 850, 75. 875 sold them. 850, Kevin Peck. You got more cows, guys? Yeah, a few more cows, I think, William. Two good bulls here. 500. 5, 607, 700, 700, 700, 700, 800, 800, 800, 809, and 900, 900, 900, 900, 900, going to be 9, Kevin, and 900, 850, 850, 50, and a half here, 950, and now to 10, 1,000, 1,000, get 950 with Kevin, going to be 1,000 out here, 1,000, and 1,000 here, going to be 1050, not 11, 1,100, 1,100, Billy out, 1,100, 1,100, and 10 and a half, 11, 1,100 here, 10 and a half, 1,100, 1,100, 1,100 here, 10 and a half, 1,100 here, Kevin Peck, 1050. So much times 3 little heifers. 500. 550, 5 and a half here, 5 and a half, going to be 600 and a half, and a half here, 6 and a half here, half here, now 7, and 750, and 7 and a half here, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 800, 800 there, 8 and a half here, 8 and a half, going to be 850, Kevin, 850, 850, 50 and a half here, 8 and a half, 900, 900, 900, 900, what about 875? Now 9, 900, now quarter, now half, 9 and a half, you're out and you're out, 950. 9 and a quarter, 950, 9 and a quarter, 9 and a half. Kevin Peck, 925. Do what? Well, good for her. 110. 110. Yeah, 10 here. 10, 10, 10 here. 10, 15, 20. And 21, 21, 21, 21, 21, 22 and a half. Going to be 25. And 25, 27, about 30. Going to get 32 and a half. 32 and a half. 35, 37 and a half. And 37 and a half. 37 and a half. Going to be 37 and a half here. Going to be half. So 135. Booker 11. Last cow we got. 135. Yeah, 35, 35, 35, 35, 37, about 35, 37, about 37, about 37, about going to get 37, about going to be 37, about going to be 37, going to be half. Booker, 135, nothing. Cow buyers, thank y'all. Y'all have a good week. We still got a few more calves to sell. Okay, 500, 550, 550, 50 and a half, 5 and a half, going to be 600 and a half, and now 7, going to be half, going to be 8 and a half, going to be 8 and a half, going to be 9, and 950, not a half, not a half, not a half, and 10, 1,000, going to get 1,000, going to get 1,000, going to get 1,000, going to be 1,000, Kevin, you're out, 1,000, and 1,000, here, 50, 1050, now 1,100, now 1,100, Kevin Peck, 1050. Kevin Peck's got a pecking order. He's got the top, isn't he? No, he don't. 500, 550, 5 and a half, 5 and a 5, going to get 5 and a 5, 5 and a 5, going to be 6 and a half, going to be 7, going to be half, going to be half, going to be half, going to get 9, going to be half, 950, and now 1,000, and 1,000, going to get 1,000, going to get 1,000, 1050, and 1050, 50 and a half here, yeah, Kevin, 1050, you 10 and a half, 911, 1,100, 1,100, 11 about 10 and a half, 1,100, and 10 and a half, 1,100, 1,100, 1,100, 10 and a half, 1,100, you got Kevin, 1,100, so 10 and a half, Chris O. $1,000. 1,000, 1,100, you get 10, 11, 11, 11, 1,200, 13, you get 13, you get 1,400, 14, going to be 13, going to be 14, you get 13, going to be 14, you get 13, 1,400, and 13 and a half, and 13 and a half, here you got Kevin, and 13 and a half, here, have and a half, here, going to be 1350, and 13 and a half, here, have and a half, here, going to be out Kevin, 1350, you 13 and a half, here, half, here, you're going to be 13 and a half, here, half, here, you're going to be half, sold them 1,300, Ricardo, nothing. Is that all right, Kent, for a little old baby calf? Kent's going to go get some more calves. He'll be back here in a couple hours. Y'all want to wait on him? We'll sell him tomorrow, he said. That's it, guys. Y'all have a good afternoon. We'll see you back here tomorrow at 9 o'clock in the a.m. Have a good day.